Hi cabbages, new video, and today's video I just wanted to have a little chat and a little rant with you all on my channel, and I'm saying them to myself in my head and they make sense, but then when I turn the camera on it all kind of like fades away and it doesn't want to come out. But I kind of wanted to give an update on where I am right now, how I feel about things, and kind of just talk really. Like, I do want to say this, I say this in all my rant videos, is I do really appreciate your support on my channel. I've noticed on my channel recently I've been getting really amazing support and kind comments, and I don't always see the comment section though, because I don't know what it is with YouTube recently, but every time I upload a video it seems to want to turn the comment section off, or if it doesn't want to turn the comment section off, I actually can't see the comments because I don't get notifications for it. And I've tried to go into the settings, the studio app, and on my laptop, and I try, sometimes they pop up, sometimes I don't see them at all, or sometimes they're held for review. But I do really appreciate your comments, even though I may not always reply. That's not my fault, sadly, it's just that I don't see them. I know that my channel's been doing pretty well recently. I don't like to boost myself up, I'm not like that, and really enjoying the videos. Personally, I do like doing the reviews, not always, but sometimes. And I know some people have asked me on social media, oh, you don't do the haul videos anymore, the shopping hauls, or I don't do like promotion for my channel, because some people don't know that I still do YouTube after 10 years. And the answer to that is, one, I don't do the haul videos anymore because I didn't really like doing them anyway in the first place. Because I just did it because it was a trend at the time when I did them, and I was just hopping on the bandwagon, and I don't really get time to do things like that anymore. Also with the other content I did, like all the challenge videos and that, they're just something I don't do anymore. I've moved on, which kind of leads me to where I'm at now with my channel, with my doll videos. My channel wasn't intended to be like that, like a doll channel, it just happened. And right now with my doll collection, I'm kind of going through like a revamp, because I think over the past year my collection was kind of getting out of hand a little bit again. I was slipping back into my old habits of where I was just buying stuff for the sake of it and not really appreciating what I've got. Like, I would buy these dolls and then I'd wash them, take a picture, do a video, an Instagram reel, in the box, forget about them. And then it wasn't until probably end of January I was on Instagram, where I was going back through my post on there, and I was looking at my pictures and videos, and I was going back to like 2019, early 20, and I was noticing, like with my dolls, I used to be quite particular with them, and I wasn't really buying dolls for the sake of it then, because I think that was kind of, I wouldn't say the beginning of my adult doll collecting. I just saw that I really appreciated what I had. I was taking pictures of the same dolls in different outfits. I was doing their hair, and I was like restyling them and rerouting. I started to experiment with that, and I was doing different things like that. And then I looked at my collection now, and all I do is buy the dolls, pack them away, never to be seen again. And then I realised that I was slowly slipping back to old habits where I had all the boxes under my bed, and I was panicking because where am I going to put the dolls? Where am I going to put them? I'm running out of space. And then it was like, I swear, I was buying doubles, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to buy this, 2 of these, 3 of that, and I'm going to customise some of them. I never did. I never ever got round to doing it, to be quite honest. I think I just like saying that in my head and to make excuses for it. And then one night, I'd say about a month ago, I was on YouTube and I was watching like a few YouTube channels. One of them was Tiny Soul Whispers, and another one, I forgot her name. And it was just something they said what clicked in my head, like calm collecting Sundays. And there was the other video I watched, the lady was going around the shops and she was looking at the dolls and she was like, you don't have to collect dolls and buy dolls to enjoy them. Like, you don't have to always be buying the new thing, rushing to the shops to get the new dolls. Like, you can enjoy dolls without buying them and having them, if you know what I mean. And then after that, it just clicked. I was like, that makes complete sense, and they're absolutely right. You don't have to always keep buying and wasting money. Because some of the dolls, I'd buy them and they'd have defects, and then I would just toss them aside and then get rid of them. And I'm like, I've just wasted money on a doll and now I'm not keeping it. What's the point of that? So I made the conscious decision to downsize again. I was like, I'm just going to let them go. I didn't sell them because I think selling them, it takes too long. It's too much of a dragged out job. And then with places like eBay and that, you've got to pay for postage and there's deductions and PayPal, and I just wanted them gone, basically. I thought, make it short, make it quick. Plus, times are hard at the moment, and I know people can't always afford it. So I thought I'd rather just donate them and let other people enjoy them. It's kind of like the dolls are going on another adventure away from my house to someone else. So I just grabbed some bags, and bit by bit, I didn't do it all at once. I did it slowly because I wasn't sure at first. I thought, and I think this is a good tip for people that are downsizing in general. If you're not sure, just do a little bit at a time, even if it's just 1 or 2 things a week. That's 1 or 2 things less than you had last week. So I started with emptying the boxes underneath my bed, and I did one at a time. They weren't very big boxes to start with, but there was a lot of them. So I just got one, I sat it on my bed, and I just went, keep, maybe donate. And when I do donate the dolls, I actually keep the clothes. So I don't completely waste my money. I like to get something out of it. And because doll clothes are expensive and I don't really want to go out buying them, so I keep the ones that I take off the dolls. Not all of them, but some of them. It was very difficult though, downsizing, because of my mum. She's kind of a bit controlling like that. Like, she likes to check everything I get rid of. I don't know why. I think she kind of has like a problem there. So a lot of the stuff I had to donate in secret. Like, so how I donate stuff, there's you know when the garbage men come once a week and they collect your rubbish? Well, we have a lot like a food cuddy where you can put food in it and they take the food away separate. If you have like a little bag, you can put stuff out for donation outside your house, and it has to be in a small bag though, and then they come and take it with it, and then they donate it for you, and it goes to charities. So that's what I did, and I'd have to sneak the stuff out during the night because my mum was like, no, keep it, there's family members that could have them, blah blah blah. And I'm thinking, I've given stuff to my families before, but when they go around throwing stuff that I've given them in a skip, kind of makes you not want to do it, if you know what I mean. Like, I've given them loads of my stuff in the past, and what have they done? Thrown perfectly good stuff on the skip. Like, I had brand new designer friend dolls. They're like an 18-inch American Girl style doll, and I had like 8 of them a few years ago, and I still had the original boxes for them, and I donated them to a family member for my nieces and nephews. And then I went to their house a couple of months later, and someone had told me and my mum that they had to clear out of their house, and those brand new dolls were in the skip, amongst other stuff. So you kind of wonder why I don't want to give them stuff. I'd rather donate stuff to people that actually appreciate it, instead of just throwing it away. And then that's what I've been doing there with my dolls. And then I did a restyle on a Violet Willow doll, believe it or not, the Polly Pot Preen Swimming style. And what made me do that was determination, because when I got the doll, I hated it. I really hated the doll so much because it had cheap hair, it was cheap quality, and I kind of just tossed her to the side. And then a few weeks ago, I was looking at the doll and I had this sort of like memory come back in my head, and it was kind of like the doll was kind of showing me a memory. And I had this memory of being in hairdressing, and there was a client that came in, and she had really difficult hair to do. Like, it was kind of like African American curly hair, and I remember everyone in the class didn't want to do it, and they all refused. And I just was like, I'll do it, because back then I used to like a little bit of a challenge, and I always like to push myself a little bit. And I did this client's hair, and she had her own products, and no one in the class liked it because she had her own products, she was picky. But I thought, what's wrong with that? She knows what she wants. And she told me that she had her own shampoo, she had her own products, and is it alright if I use them? And I said, yeah, of course. I was like, if it makes you happy, that's all that matters. So I did, and I persevered, and I did her hair, and she thought I did a great job. And it turned out well, actually. I'm not being big-headed. So when I looked at the Violet Willow doll, I thought of that memory, and I was like, you know, I'm going to try it and see if it'll work. And I did her hair like in plaits. It's kind of a basic style I did on Violet, but what a difference it made. I'll include a picture, and her hair just looked amazing. It felt amazing, and it kind of brought that spark back. So then I did it again yesterday on a colour and create doll that I had issues with her, and her hair was nylon, but it was very dry, very crispy, shedding a little bit. And I thought, you know, maybe a restyle on TLC can make you really change your mind. Instagram, I've been doing a photo shoot thing with Amaya, my favourite junior high dolls. And it's where I've been doing a springtime photo shoot, and all I've been doing is going back to my roots, redressing her. They're coming off the topic of dolls now, and on to where I'm at right now with myself. And it kind of gets a bit gloomy, unfortunately, because recently I've just not been feeling great. I've been struggling again with a lot of issues. A lot of health issues have been coming up again. Like, one of the things I was experiencing was really bad skin chuffing, and I think if you know, you know. It's where your skin rubs and it gets quite sore. It was getting painful in the end, so I had to do something about it. And just the difficult. Well, I know other people experience this, just how difficult doctors are recently on the phone. Like, to get through to a doctor, it's just like impossible. You have to have an argument. Like, I told them and they're like, we're busy. And then they're like, call back in the morning. You call back in the morning. I thought I'd give them the benefit of the doubt, they're busy. Fair enough. So I left it till the next day. I called them and you get the same thing over and over again. Ask for help. But eventually I did get through to a doctor. And they prescribed me some creams. And then I've also been suffering really badly lately with my feet and my legs. Like, I keep getting this really sharp pain at the bottom of my back. And then below the knee down. Like, the back of my leg behind your knee. And it comes and goes. And sometimes I actually cannot walk. Because there was a lot of stuff going on at home and I needed to get out of the house to go for a walk. I couldn't do it. I honestly could not do it. I walked down to the bottom of the road to the river because there's a lake and you can walk next to it. First of all, it was really wet and really muddy. And then second of all, I was just in so much pain. My leg and my back, it couldn't do it. And I was like trying to fight it, but I couldn't. So I had to turn around and go back home, which was really embarrassing for me because I'm in like pain. But I think when you're in a bad place and you feel really shit about yourself, because I've been feeling really crap these past couple of years. Like, I've been depressed, I've suffered with mental health. I know it sounds like I'm making excuses, but I've been crying myself to sleep a lot these past couple of months. I've not been happy. I've been having really bad thoughts in my head. I've been going back in the past and thinking about really bad people that have hurt me. And I'm not sure why I've been thinking about that. Like, my brain kind of just, it's all muddled recently because it does what it wants. Because I got this thing in my head where I actually struggle to communicate now. Like, my brain struggles to put words out, if you know what I mean. I know what I want to say, but it's all so muffled and so blurred. I can't put it out verbally to make sense. And sometimes I say things and I think, that don't make sense. And then I think in my brain about scenarios and that, and my brain can't fully function it properly. And I'm not sure what that is. Like, it struggles to function. Like, how do I explain it doesn't know how to process things clearly and communicate things properly. So when I do say things, sometimes they don't always make sense. And that's really been hard for me. And looking at my health and how I look, like my appearance is slacking. Because I'm getting to the point now where I don't really care what I look like anymore. I just feel shit all the time. Like, and I used to be one of these that would look perfect all the time. And I have to take pictures on Instagram to kind of make myself feel a little bit confident and to tell myself, you know, you're not that bad. But I feel disgusting. I feel like a fat mess. I feel horrible. I feel ugly. I feel torn. I feel damaged. And I don't know how to express it. If I'm honest, I think I need therapy or counselling. But it's very, very hard to get it. I've tried, but I've gotten nowhere. It's just so difficult. And then I've been dealing a lot with like friendship breakups and stuff like that. And it's been really hard. And I kind of feel like my doll collection is like a mask. They're like taking my place. So instead of me having to show my face all the time, they kind of step forward and take my place. Like, I feel like I just want to hide. I want to disappear. And because when I'm in public, I feel like I'm judged. All the time, I feel like people are looking at me, judging me. Because when I was younger, I used to get people shout abusive things to me. And they would shout homophobic comments to me about my sexuality. I would get abuse all the time. And my brain still thinks it's like that now. I feel that it's the same. So when I'm in public, I'm like, I've got to go, I've got to go. I don't want to be around people. I want to be distant, and I'm not very sociable anymore. Like, I don't do things like people do at my age. I don't go clubbing, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't see friends anymore. Like, I'm quite reclusive. And I remember, like, one of my teachers in college said that. She said, Dexter, so many people have hurt you so much, and you've lost trust in a lot of people. She actually feared that I would end up like this. She was like, I'm scared that you're going to end up being a recluse because of how these people have really hurt you. And I think it's happened. I think I'm so shut off now. I don't like talking about it too much publicly because the world right now is in this place where if you speak up, they're going to criticise what you say and contradict what you're saying. And it's just like really scary, and it's like, I don't know if I could take the heat from that, so I tend to keep my mouth shut because there's so much I want to say. One, I don't know how to do it, and two, I don't know if everything I want to say is suitable for social media. I don't really want to air all my dirty laundry out, so I'm more careful of what I say now. I tend to keep it in a lot and bottle it up, which isn't always good, by the way, but that's kind of the stage where I've gotten now. I'm sorry that this video's very shit, but you know, I just wanted to get it off my chest. I've been wanting to do a rant video for a few days now, and I have. And I do feel really awkward talking to the camera like this. Like, with the reviews, they're very short and very quick, and it's just like, dun dun dun. Whereas this sort of thing, where you're more freely and you're more open, it makes me kind of feel vulnerable. So I don't like doing it as much as I did a few years ago. And like I said, I don't always make sense when I'm talking. So to some people, I'm just rambling. And that's where I'm going to leave this video at, I think, because I will just end up talking gibberish. So if you like I know some people like these rant videos. I don't understand why, but that's okay if you do. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.